Hey, Happy New Year, everyone. So this is my peach tree and it's dying. The reason I say this is because all this on this side, it's, pretty much dead. See, all that's dying. And a couple days ago, it rained. It rained pretty good, and then I started seeing a lot of these things right here. The sap that comes out of the trees, and I actually noticed it in quite a couple of other places. So that sap that comes out, it's just the tree trying to, I guess, survive, trying to close all these little holes. They might be kind of hard to see, but there's a lot of little holes where burrowers or bugs, insects came out of them. So when you see this, the damage has already been done. Bugs, insects, the burrowers, they've already been living in there, and they already, damaged the tree. So now a couple years ago, there was a branch that extended over to this side. But with all the fruit that it was giving, and with the wind, a big chunk of the branch actually broke off. So now, instead of me cutting my losses and chopping the tree, not the tree, chopping the branch down, and then just sealing it right here, I tried to save this branch coming over this way by sealing it, but it wasn't enough. And the reason I say that is because slowly branches started dying. This was a couple years ago. Started to die, and now it's to the point where I move over this way, where I started noticing the sap coming out of the trees, and it's starting to go this way as well, even to part of the main part of the trunk. So what I should do is cut my losses, chop it up from here, maybe even chop it up from down here. See, so I should just chop it up from here, and then just have this branch on this side just be the only branch. But if I did that, then all of the cover, all of the shade that these branches over here provide, it might cause the trunk to get sunburn, but I can protect it with some paint. But I still want to keep the tree. I don't want to just chop it down and then see that survives. So all I'm going to do, I'm just going to chop it off right here. Chop it off, seal it, and hopefully there's enough nutrients, going up and down the tree, that it survives, it heals itself. So here goes nothing. So all I have is my saw, and this is gonna have to work. All right, so the reason I cut at the bottom is so that when I cut this branch, the bark doesn't continue to peel off onto this side. And you'll see them, people that cut down trees, they'll just cut down from the top to the bottom, and then over here will be peeled off, because they didn't do this little cut at the bottom. So let's continue. and that's that. So if I turn this around, this is the damage that had happened a couple years ago where the branch broke off. I tried to save it, but it didn't work out. Now the tree was still alive. I mean, it had, or the branch, it still had some green, but the main part of it, it's gone. So hopefully that helps the tree off, because even though I don't know what's still in there, I'm pretty sure there's still bugs, burrowers, insects, whatever you want to call them, still living in here, and they're just gonna hatch, mature, come out, and then continue on with the rest of the tree. So this is gonna be trash, and this is what I'm left with. Not the smoothest one. I mean, I can try and smooth it out simply by continuing to saw this down. So now what I'm going to do is, well, actually, yeah, so I am going to smooth this out first, and then I'm going to apply this tar, the black tree wound seal, and see if that works out, because if not, I will have to chop a big chunk of this tree down. So what I'm going to do, I mean, one layer is not going to really do it. It's just to get started. So I am going to wait till this dries up a bit, and then I'm going to come back and do another coating on it. That way this part, you know, thickens up. And then once I'm done, I'm going to add the grafting tape. Just it provides a little extra protection, and hopefully that does the trick. But if not, I will have to continue chopping this tree down. So this is another reason why I say that my tree is dying. I was looking over here and actually saw that all this is dead wood, or the dead part of the tree. So it could have happened because maybe the sun cooked this part of the branch, and then bugs easily got to it. It could have also happened because the tree wasn't getting enough water, so not enough nutrients were going back and forth. So a lot of things could have happened, but bottom line, this part of the branch or the tree is dead. See all that? So the wood inside, it does look eaten, like something was living in there inside. So I will have to, you know, protect it. I don't know if I will cut this branch all the way, because the tree does need some, you know, leaves, you know, for energy, nutrients to go back and forth. And then on this side, let me move a little bit over.
Hi, Dad.
All right, excuse me, baby. All right, here we go. All right, so on this side, I noticed that the branch was broken, you know, and then if I peel it off, you'll see that once again, it's eaten. So you can see some green right there where it's still alive, but this part right here, you know, it's dead. And then looking a bit closer, there's a big hole right here. So probably a bigger bug, different than the ones that have, you know, that were living on this part right here. Was in here eating or feeding off of the tree. So I am going to try and get rid of a lot of the dead branches, like this one. This one's dead. This one's dead. So I will cut them back, seal them, and hopefully that does help out the tree. Because if not, you know, this is gonna end up becoming the only branch if I decide to chop it off from down here. And if that still doesn't work out, I'm gonna have to chop down the whole tree. Thanks everyone.